Back in October of this year, I got to perform at the Dayton Funnybone as part of their Dead Comics tribute show. This is a great way to celebrate the holiday season by having some of Dayton's best local comics celebrate comedians they were huge fans of that had passed away. I was fortunate enough to get invited to do a tribute to Pinette, one of my favorite comedians of all time. Keith Irvin, another great local comic, shot video of the show for Dayton Access Television, and here's a clip of my performance.
So yeah, I'll be doing Pinette tonight. John was one of the first comedians I got to see when I was first getting into comedy. I was supposed to open for him a long time ago, and then I got food poisoning. So this is my way of, I guess, getting to experience the show I never got to experience myself by doing the show. So this is going to be my best attempt at a really high-pitched voice, so bear with me. So I just got back from doing 2 years on Broadway. They said, John, would you like to be in a Broadway show? And I said, yes, of course. And they said, all right, shave your eyebrows and put on a dress. I played the mother in Hairspray for 2 seasons. It's a strange thing when you're a man who's always wanted to be a performer and the first role they think you're good enough for is an old woman. They said, in order to do this show, you're going to have to get back in shape. I was never in shape, but I'm sure as hell gonna try. I started going to the gym 5 or 6 days a week. You know, as I'm getting older, I know it's important for me to lose weight and stay healthy. Nobody ever taught me how to eat right. Eating right was never really my thing. They put me on one of those no-carb diets. They said, don't worry, after a few weeks you won't have any carb cravings. I felt lied to. When you're driving past a bakery and you jump out of a moving vehicle, that's a craving. Because I love bread and pasta, and I eat too much of it, and I know that. And they gave me the no-carb bread and pasta. You ever had the no-carb bread? It looks like bread. It has no other qualities. It's insimilar with bread at all. I took a bite out of it, and my brain sent a message to my body, get it out! I tried to put butter on it. Butter wouldn't go on it. I put the pad on and it just fell off. I tried to put on jam and jelly. It would beat up and just roll off. Did they put Scotch Guard on this at the factory? I tried to toast it. It wouldn't toast. I'm in the garage with a blowtorch in it. It was absorbing the heat. How is it supposed to break down in my body if it's not going to toast? They're going to dig me up in 5,000 years. He was on the no-carb diet. You see that disc right there in his stomach? I knew I was in bad shape when I lost 100 pounds, and they said, wow, we can really see it in your face. How big was my head? Apparently I was walking around like the Kool-Aid man, just a head with arms and legs. Kool-Aid. That's John. His head's the size of a hubcap. We don't talk about it. The first time I went to the gym, I really didn't think about it very well. Everybody was staring at me, and I didn't know why. Then I saw myself in the mirror. I was wearing a black velour tracksuit. I looked like a panda. People just kept coming up to me. I didn't know you could get this close to them. I had a personal trainer for a while. I went through like 5 or 6. None of them lasted very long. They either kept moving on to other people or killing themselves. I had one who quit the business altogether and opened his own candy store. Apparently I'm not just fat, I'm a carrier. You laugh, but he makes the best maple walnut fudge I've ever had in my life. I had one come up to me and he was real angry. He said, give me a sit-up. I said, oh, nay, nay. I don't do ups. Sit-ups, chin-ups, pull-ups, push-ups. I do downs. Sit down, lie down. Blackjack, I'll double down. Give me a cheeseburger, I'll wolf it down. Play some music, I'll boogie down. That's right, I get down, drop it like it's hot. He was real intense. He wanted me to get really quick results. He would make me lift these huge weights 15 times, and then he'd put more weight on. No! I lifted it 15 times. I did good. You should take weight off. I should get a cheese Danish for lifting that thing 15 times. Ups, I don't do ups though. Ups defy gravity. Gravity is a law. I obey the law. Oh man. He said, once you get going in the gym, you're really gonna get addicted. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I can quit this cold turkey and then eat the cold turkey. So I went to a nutritionist who she said, I want you to juice. Okay, juice is not a verb. What does that mean exactly? She sold me a juicer. It looks like a wood chipper, to be honest with you, considering what you're putting in it. And she said, I just want you to drink nothing but juice. It'll help cleanse out your system because you have a blocked colon. Do I have that look about me? So I started juicing things, and juicing was fine, but I can't do juice alone. 3 days into it, I juiced a ham. If you're drinking ham juice and your arm goes numb, wait an hour, you'll be fine, trust me. She called me up, are you juicing? Yeah, I am, I just gotta get this Krispy Kreme in there, we'll be okay. So she said, we want to flush out your system. So she gave me some herbs, and she said, put these herbs in your juice 3 times a day for a week. At the end of the week, your colon will be clean. I called her 45 minutes later from the bathroom. Hey, crazy lady, I'm sending back the rest of the herbs. Mission accomplished. It's like my ass hit the jackpot. Seriously, I swallowed a quarter when I was 7. $50 just came out. I had one trainer kept asking me, how do you feel, John? Good. Do a couple more things. John, how do you feel? Good. How do you feel? Good! You want to know how I feel? I feel like God is punishing me, and if I'm a better person, he will come down here with a pizza and alleviate my stress. The problem with all these diets, the no carb and the things like that, is when you get off them, you go insane. I got off one no carb diet. There was a knock on my door. It was a Girl Scout. And she had cookies. And I said, oh, you're gonna win the trip to Washington this year. This'll do for now, get the rest of the troop. Come back in 5 minutes, please. My problem is I don't think healthy. I don't know how to think healthy. I go to the gym and there's people on the machines thinking after I do 45 minutes of this, I'm gonna go maybe do some yoga, go find an elliptical, go find the bench. I'm on there going, if I survive 45 minutes of this, I'm gonna have ravioli and a nap when I get home. And that's my mantra the rest of the workout, ravioli and a nap, ravioli and a nap. Some friends took me in to do yoga. The Bikram yoga, where they heat the room to 1,000 degrees. I smelled dumplings and we weren't near a Chinese restaurant. Here's the thing about yoga. Yoga is a wonderful mind-body experience for some people. It really is. My problem is there's no beginner's yoga. I walk in the room my first day. John, take your head, put it in your ass. I can't do that. Well, do what you can. So I left. When I was a part of the Broadway show, it was on the touring show as well. I got to travel to all kinds of places. I got to travel up to Canada in January. There were no tourists, that was for sure. It was strange though, because my friends decided, let's go ice skating. I don't ice skate. They gave me whiskey. I don't drink whiskey anymore because it makes me ice skate. And in Canada, they serve this thing called beaver tail. Listen first. What it actually is a big piece of fried dough, covered in cinnamon and sugar and all kinds of wonderful, deadly, glorious things. But they sell the beaver tails on a cart out on the ice. I could smell it from my hotel room. So I decided to strap on the skates, and I got going, and I was going pretty good, but I didn't know how to stop. There was a small family, mother, father, 2 young children. They didn't see me coming. That poor family. The beaver tail was delicious, though. We got to travel to all kinds of places. We traveled over to England. I have a problem with English food. I woke up in the morning and I said I'd like to have breakfast. And I ordered a bacon and egg sandwich, which sounds great, but they don't do bacon right, okay? I know bacon. I was a member of the club for a number of years. I know bacon, okay? The bacon, it wasn't like Canadian bacon, it wasn't like American bacon. I said, I'll just have the sides. What do they give you for sides in England? Hash browns, home fries, fresh fruit? No! Beans. So my fat ass has to eat beans and black coffee and go around England all day. We were in one of these tiny little cars. My friend was driving. We hit a bump. Kenny was in the back seat. He didn't make it. Then we got to go to France. And I love French food. But at this point, I was really just craving some Italian food. I really wanted some Italian food. And I was asking for weeks, does anybody know where we can get some Italian food? We're eating in all these bistros, drinking wine, drinking coffee. I just wanted some Italian food. 6 weeks later, a guy who'd been with me the entire trip says, you know, we're only about 45 minutes from Italy. Where was this information 6 weeks ago? Do you want to go to Italy? Yes, let's do that. I'll kill you last because I need directions. I don't speak one phrase in Italian. Sono affamato. That means, I'm hungry, please feed me. So our 45-minute trip to Italy turned into an 11-minute trip. I could have run it in 45 at that point. And we get to this little Italian restaurant, and our waiter, who was a very nice man named Luigi, sat down, and I said, Luigi, sono affamato. And he said, oh, look at you. Giuseppe, come here. Say it again, boy, say it again. Sono affamato. Ah, you son of a bitch, he said it again. Luigi, I really just want to order. No, you don't order. First we're going to bring you some food. That's when I heard the angels. They started bringing out all kinds of dishes, eggplant parmigiana, antipasto, all kinds of things. They say when you're eating a big meal, you should loosen your pants. Mine were around my ankles. We brought my friend Timmy with us. He was too skinny. He didn't make it. He died right there in the seat, and they kept trying to feed him. What's the matter? You don't like it? He died an hour ago. Pass his plate to me. We're not going to waste this. Come on. I got to go spend some time down at the beach as well, and it was very nice. And my friends decided they wanted to take me parasailing because the ice skating wasn't bad enough. And they got the boat going, and I finally did start to lift off. But a gust of wind came, and I started to move in ways the human body was not designed to move, especially not my human body. And as I started to descend, I looked down, and I saw the small Canadian family again. And they said, why are you following us? That poor family. All right, guys, that's my time.
I want to thank everybody at Funnybone for letting me perform, and I want to thank Keith Irvin for providing the video of the show. And there's a link in the description of this video where you can go check out the entire 2-hour unedited show of all the comics that performed that night. Don't forget that every Monday night I'm at Ollie's Place in Dayton, Ohio, performing comedy. Check out my podcast every Tuesday morning called Mike Talks Funny, and every Wednesday on my podcast with Robert Yetter called Track Record.